Trouble on the racetrack, guys, right now. Looking on the backstretch, Matt DiBenedetto has banged up the back end of that car.
Ryan Truex took like a defensive maneuver. I mean, he just could have been big, and it still could be big.
3 wide down the front straightaway into 1. I mean, these guys are tight right now.
Green flag is still out. DiBenedetto was running in the 10th position before he tagged the wall.
And this is what restarts create, right?
Oh, they get compacted. I mean, this is a tough one here. You see DiBenedetto, he spun a little while ago, didn't spin out totally, but tore the back of that car all up, and we're still green.
Oh, and now the two teammates together.
Oh.
Brad Coleman and Matt DiBenedetto have gotten together in turn 3.
They have taken each other out accidentally.
That's turn 2, Rusty. That's where that happened. All right, let's try to figure out what happened. Here is Matt, and he loses it off the corner.
He just flat gets loose and wrecks the car, but the caution flag doesn't come out, doesn't need to, keeps on going.
Everyone scrambles. He's nowhere near his teammate at this point. Then Trevor Bayne and Brendan Gaughan. That action heats up. Bang. Bang again, maybe. And that stacks him up. Rusty, that almost happened. You were talking about stacking up the front straightaway. They almost wrecked and did that. And then here are the two teammates, DiBenedetto losing it down in turn 1, and guess who the unlucky next car was?
Look who's coming by. I can only guess this one. Oh,
boy.
That's bad luck.
So let's go on board with Brad and see what he was seeing.
I got the 20 up high. Come on, hard low. Come on low.
Yeah. And that last turn that Matt made was such a hard left that Brad just didn't have anywhere to go.
Just an unusual set of circumstances. The cars were in the same place at that time. But the 18 car was damaged, and he lost a lot of downforce because the rear of the car was caved in.
And Brad going over to make sure his teammate is all right and talk about it. And he looks a little stiff right now.
It was a big hit.
That was a big hit. And it was in the driver's door. You can see right there. 2 laps to go here at Gateway, and the caution is out for the 4th time. Ryan Truex in trouble.
Got away from me.
2.
Man, I hate that too. He was having such a good run. Night long.
Let's see what happened, Rusty. Look at the right-hand side of your picture.
See that, guys? Nobody around him. Just gets in hot and loses it.
Pretty bumpy getting into turn 1. Tires getting a little heat on them, getting aged.
You know what could be happened? A lot of times, Ricky, I believe that when the front brakes start going away, it starts locking up the rear wheels.
Great point.
That's a speculation on my part.
Yeah,
that might not happen.
It's been getting looser and looser as we went. I just went to 1 and it just freaking went around.
And he was running 10th, guys, so this was a great run for Truex. Not only had he gotten the laps in, not only had he kept from wrecking it, he was running really well. Is there.
You know, you got to agree with Michael because, I mean, he was back there 5th or 6th. Oh, Harvick in the wall.
Yeah, that's it.
Whoa.
And that is a big hit for Kevin. He is on the backstretch, just on the exit of turn number 2. As caution comes out for the 5th time. He was running 4th when this happened, guys. It happened.
Oh, man, it's just unusual for Kevin Harvick. He just loses it himself. Unless he had a right rear tire or a right front going down. Now watch this car. Oh, it jumps out in that outside lane. And that is the entry of the opening on the back straightaway.
Here's where he loses it. Loose off the corner and then gets both ends of the car. And there's no saving that now, Rick.
No, there's no saving it. And Kevin was squeezing the gas. I mean, he was trying to get all there was to get. And, you know, again, changing just right side tires changes how the car drives, particularly in the first 5-10 laps.
Well, and he had to go. He was running 4th. We're coming up on 10 to go here.
Take a look at this right here. It's got the wheels turned to the right, and the car just jumps over in the opening. It's like, where am I at?
Jumping to safety right there after all that. One more look at it, and then Menard and Carl taking evasive action down to the inside.
Let's not forget Kevin Harvick had a problem with his neck earlier in the day, and then, you know, hopefully that didn't compound it.
Yeah, that's a good point, Ricky.
Charging up through here.
Stayed in the background all night long. When it came time to go, Josh Wise pushed the button, and now Allgaier and Taylor Malsom around. Joe Nemechek slams the inside wall hard.
You could tell something wasn't right with the 12 car.
There was smoke after that little contact there. The 3 wide off of turn number 4, and Allgaier has that nose really crunched in on the 12 car now. Here he is, Menard on the inside in that 98. Here's Allgaier on the outside. Bang! Off the wall. And then as I get down into the turn, this is what the big one was
Left
about.
rear tires flat, guys.
That was from that 3-wide racing. Somebody got into the left rear, more than likely.
And he's trying to coax it down. Taylor Malsom really came up on him there, and that young rookie just got into the back end of the 12 and spun him around.
Yeah, Justin couldn't do anything about it. He was holding on, doing the best job he could with that flat tire.
There's Malsom contact. Bliss got by. Kenny down on the inside, just getting by. Morgan to the high side. And remember, Justin carried an onboard camera for us tonight. Here's what it looked like.
Still two, clear one. Just two below you, 98.
There's that contact off the wall coming off of 2.
Still two below you.
And then the dive down into 3.
Outside. Hey, which in here? Got one going flat. I don't know which one. Come on. Right side tires, guys. Right side tires. Oh, inside, bud. Inside. Hold first, bud. Hold first.
A lot of times, you'll feel a tire going down in one set of turns, and then you'll confirm it in the next set.
Here was the contact. Steven on the inside. And there's a big rub from Trevor Bayne in the middle.
Big rub.
And there's Allgaier on the outside.
Oh, they're all jammed together. They can't get away from each other.
It's good hard racing here with just a few laps to go, but 12 of Allgaier getting the worst of that. Joe Nemechek as well. To the outside, but he's got one more lap to deal with Brad Keselowski. Keselowski fights back on the inside.
Whatever happens now, this race.
High touch. Keselowski gets into Edwards. They save it. Drag race down the backstretch now.
That's that half car length I was talking about. They both survived it. Let's see what happens in turn 3.
Reed Sorensen waiting in the wings. Here's Keselowski on the inside. Carl Edwards, can he make it stick on the outside? Brad thought he had the best car all night. Took the inside line in the restart. This is going to be down to the wire. High touch. He spun out. Carl gets into Keselowski. Carl Edwards will win.
That's it. Checker flag. Man. You are the man. He deserves it. Good job.
I just hope Keselowski's okay here. That was a hard hit, guys.
That was ugly.
Wreck behind you. Just
that
slow
was
it down.
ugly.
Slow it down. There's a big wreck here.
Big contact on Keselowski as the other cars racing to the finish came to the line. And Keselowski got spun around hard. Carl Edwards going for the win.
We're gonna have plenty to talk about here.
Well, there's no question. Damage to the 60 as they came to the line. And there's Brad moving around in the 22 car. That is very, very good news.
And this is 2 problem weeks for Brad. I hate it for him to run out of gas last weekend. Crashes at the start-finish line this weekend. But boy, he was running great tonight. A good car throughout the night for Brad.
Let's take a look at how this happened. Did Carl wreck Brad? Was it just contact? Let's take a look.
It looks to me as though Carl thought that he was cleared and he was going to do a crossover and maybe misjudged that.
Boom, right there. Is that Bliss or Howard?
Colin Brown gets hit also and spun around. 88 car Steve Arpin. You see Loeffler involved in this.
Here it is again. Carl's got that outside run. Thinks he's got the room to do it. Boy, that's such a hard angle to see if Brad came up to block in any way.
Carl didn't lift. We can confirm that.
There's no question there.
Guys, you got to remember, you're coming to the start-finish line, too. This is hard to say it was his fault or somebody else's fault. It's the money lap. The flag's waving.
Watch this hit by Keselowski. He's stuck on the inside line there. And just hard contact.
So glad he's okay. That was a hard hit for Keselowski.
Here's Reed Sorensen thinking he might have a shot at the win in the yellow car as Keselowski goes around, but Carl stays in it and hangs on. And then the result is big-time contact for Brad.
Yeah, this is ugly.
Well, they build him safe, and it's a darn good thing because here's what it felt like for Brad Keselowski coming to the checkers.
Come on.
We lose our camera, but listen.
Oh, that's the one right there. That's when he got hit by the 70 car, Shelby Howard, and that really destroyed this car.
Immediately going on the radio, telling his crew he's okay.
I love these seats that they're using. These carbon fiber seats that these teams are using. Very, very safe. Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon, All the best use those seats, and they're very safe.